Hi, I'm Alane Boyd with Cooking with My Friends, and today I have Stephanie Zarling with me, my friend, who's taken a big break from her music career and is going to show us how to make healthy burritos. I'm excited about this. We have an upcoming episode of Cooking with My Friends where we're going to do the Southwest burger, so we're going to pair our Southwest burger with her cassava tortillas and do deconstructed BurgerFit burgers and for taco night.
Awesome. I'm excited. All right, so these cassava flour tortillas are super easy to make. You can make them in about 5 minutes. This recipe is going to make 8 tortillas. What I have here is a cup and a half of cassava flour.
Woo!
Ooh, yeah.
Gets feisty, be careful.
And in here is a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and also an 1/8 teaspoon of garlic powder. And you can do that to taste, of course, as always. Here is a 1/3 cup of some warm water.
So you heated that up. So is it like you can touch it still? And
Yeah, it's like bath water.
Okay.
You know. And then the last ingredient is a 1/4 cup of olive oil. So really easy. You can toss it together super, super quickly. They only take a minute or two to heat up on the stove once you're there.
And where do you get cassava flour from?
I buy mine off of Thrive Market online, but you can also get it at Publix, I know, here in town.
Okay, so some grocery stores may have it depending on where you live. Okay, so it's fairly easy to get. And if you have a faster olive oil pour, that'll go a lot faster.
Get that. So once you have all your ingredients, you're going to get right in there and knead.
Ooh, I hope you washed your hands.
Oh, I did, of course. You're going to knead the dough together.
So it's messy. This would be a great thing for kids to help cook.
Make dinner.
Yeah, they like getting their hands messy, and it's an activity that they can do.
Yes.
I know my 3-year-old would like doing that.
My 3-year-old in herself loves doing this, so that's perfect. So the dough is going to be sticky. That's normal, but you don't want it too wet. You don't want it too dry. Somewhere in the middle.
Okay, so you might have to sometimes add water to it.
Yeah, you might add, or
a little
even
cassava flour.
Sure, yeah, kind of. You can tweak it to make it the texture that it needs to be.
Okay.
And you're just going to kind of mash it all together. You know, it'll stick because it is sticky.
Okay.
So once you have it all together, you're going to divide it into, like in this case, we would divide it into
let's
pieces.
show them what it looks like. So this is what it looks like now. A nice
just
little
a minute or two.
Firm,
so quick.
Firm dough.
Yes. And a little sticky. So then you're going to divide it into 8 pieces. We're just going to do one for this demonstration. So you're going to take the dough.
So how big of a deal is it that you do it into 8 pieces?
It depends on the recipe. So like this recipe makes 8 tortillas, so you divide into 8.
But if you
balls.
want giant tortillas, you could do 4.
Yeah, you go to town with it, however you want to do it. So then you're going to place it between some parchment paper and roll out the tortilla. It's not going to be perfectly round. That's okay. It's homemade, made with love.
Now, how thick do you want it? When do you know when to stop?
You can really do it to preference, but you don't want it. I mean, just think of a typical tortilla.
Okay. Do they puff up at all when you cook it, or like what you see is what you get?
A little bit. They will. They'll get bubbly. They'll get brown.
So you're just kind of band-aiding it right now?
Yeah, this one got a little, I don't know what country this looks like, but we're going to make it a little more circular just so that we can treat it like a tortilla for tacos. But it's really forgiving dough. You can bandage it up really, really easily. Let's grab that spatula actually. So then you're gonna want your burner to be medium-high heat, and you just do it in a non-stick skillet, and it's gonna take about 1 to 2 minutes on each side.
And you do other things besides tortillas with this cassava flour, don't you?
Yeah, it bakes really well in any dessert, really. The great thing about cassava flour is it's grain-free, it's paleo, it's nut-free, it's gluten-free, so it's a fantastic alternative to regular flour, but it's really starchy and has lots of carbs in it, so it cooks up just as regular flour does in a lot of recipes. So you could easily fool someone with this, and they might think it's regular flour. So you can hear a tortilla bubbling a little bit. And you're gonna, it will puff up a little bit. starting to get hot.
And you'll be able to see my handle envy that I've got over here so we don't burn our hands on the
Yes.
iron skillet.
Oh, it's over
That's
there.
really important to have something so that you don't burn your hands. I love cooking on iron skillets because I just find it to be so much easier.
Yeah.
Whenever I tried to do the stainless steel thing, it was just a complete disaster for years. So now I just do iron,
Yeah,
and
they're
I'm
perfect.
familiar, it's easy, and I get it done.
I love it. It's great. All right. I think it's been a minute or so, Alane.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Beautiful flip.
Thank
Now that
you.
actually looks like a real tortilla. I don't know if that
I
y'all can
know.
see it yet, but we will show you whenever it gets done cooking. I could believe that somebody would not know the difference
Yeah.
at all on doing it.
Especially when you bake it into desserts like brownies. And I've done pizza crust before too, and my boyfriend's had it and he didn't question anything. So it's really sneaky.
So while we're finishing that up, the Southwest burger, I've already broken it up for our deconstructed burrito. It's got black beans in it. It's got kale in it, garlic and paprika and chili powder, and of course salt. What doesn't have salt in it? And they're absolutely delicious, and I'm so excited to eat it on a tortilla. And then, whatever other kind of dressings that you like on your burritos. If you like cheese, we have some salsa here and avocado. I could just eat avocado, I think, all day long.
Yeah,
I can see why it's so the thing to do now is have avocado.
I love it.
So how's our tortilla doing?
I think it's coming along. See, it's starting to get a little brown on this side, which is good. It'll look like a normal tortilla with the little brown spots, which is kind of...
Yum, yum, yum.
It may need a minute or so.
I'm just going to go ahead and move this stuff out of our way.
Perfect.
Move that over here so we have room for our cooling rack.
So, and this is the brand of cassava flour that I use. It's Oto's Naturals. Like I said, I've gotten it at Publix. I get it off of thrivemarket.com. Paleo, gluten-free, grain-free, nut-free. It's vegetarian. And cassava is actually just ground yucca root. So it's a root vegetable ground all the way into a powder. And so you're basically eating vegetables when you eat this. But
that's perfect.
Because it is so starchy and has lots of carbs, you want to restrain yourself, but it'll be hard to, that is for sure. So that is looking really, really good. It's browning up on the edges, getting a little puffy.
I noticed oh my goodness, that does. Let me show the camera how much this actually looks like a tortilla. So this is a legit tortilla here. I could see where it wouldn't fool anybody or fools everybody.
It would fool everybody.
I am really bad at those. I don't know why I try.
Okay, so let's turn this burner off. Bring it to the cooling rack to cool. And like Alane mentioned, you could make a bigger one. Of course, this is a perfect size for what we're doing here. This little tortilla.
I love big tortillas because I like so many things in my tortillas.
So true. You got to wrap it all up.
Yeah. So I need a way to hold it all in.
So are we ready to make
So we're gonna put So let's just put a little burger here. And you can put these into smaller pieces. And what's so great is that there's already vegetables in these. So if you have somebody in your family that refuses to eat vegetables, or if they knew vegetables were in something, they wouldn't eat it. That's why BurgerFit is so great, because you can trick them. And I'm okay with that. A little salsa, and we'll put a little piece of avocado in there.
This looks fantastic.
And there we go. We've got our cassava flour taco shell with our BurgerFit burger, and I cannot wait to eat this. Thank y'all. Subscribe, comment below on our YouTube channel. Should I just redo that part? Coming up very soon, we're going to be recording an episode of Cooking with My Friends with the chef and owner of the Blue Pig in Cookeville, Tennessee, where he is going to be making something delicious with my Southwest burger.
Awesome.
And I'll actually be able to show how we make the Southwest BurgerFit burger and be able to make that with the cassava flour tacos or just do it as a regular burger. So stay tuned, and once that episode is done, we will link that episode right here in the YouTube page.